Rob from crookedtable.com here. So I'm going along and ranking the 8 Best Picture nominees based on what I think really deserves to be recognized as the best film of the year, as the achievement that we can look back in 2015 and be like, yeah, that was a damn solid film, and that was one that's worth remembering and going back to. So I just had number 8, Brooklyn, number 7, moving on up to the east side, Bridge of Spies, directed by Steven Spielberg. And if you've seen the last video about Brooklyn, I mentioned in there that I feel like that film does a really solid job of telling a very well executed period piece. You have Tom Hanks in the lead, who's recruited by the government to represent a alleged Soviet spy, played by Mark Rylance, who's nominated for Best Supporting Actor. And the film does an amazing job of conveying stakes and drama really just in words. I mean, this is a sort of a quasi-spy film, but really there's not... I mean, anybody expecting James Bond or Mission Impossible's type theatrics are going to be sorely disappointed. This is not that kind of film. This is a film in which the conflict is between two countries, and this one man has to go and argue the case for why this man that the whole country is turned against, perhaps rightfully so, is worthy of a defense and is worthy of a sense of justice. And the trailers spell it out right off the bat. It's every person matters. And that's what this movie is really about, as Tom Hanks' character calls the rule book that established this country. It has a really incisive commentary that's just as applicable today as it is in the period that the film is set in that the justice system doesn't always work. It doesn't always function like it should. And this is a man who's idealistic enough to go to bat with the system, to try and bring it back to its roots, to try and fight for this man's freedom. And then later on, of course, the story gets more complicated as he is forced to bargain with the Soviet Union to reclaim an American soldier lost behind enemy lines. And the film just handles all of that so well and so intricately that there's half the times I was watching it wondering, why is this so interesting? Why am I feel so drawn in? This is just a couple of guys sitting at a table having a conversation, but the writing... And of course, this was co-written by Joel and Ethan Coen. Perhaps you've heard of them. So that probably adds a lot of the punch to the script and the fact that it's able to convey so much with dialogue. In a lot of ways, to me, this is the film that puts Tom Hanks back into that everyman territory that we know him so well from. As one man sort of taking on this insane political situation and deftly navigating it using just his intellect. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen Spielberg do a period drama this strong. Lincoln was really solid as well, but that was really more of a performance piece, whereas I feel Bridge of Spies has more of a cohesive vibe to it as a piece of history come to life. And it's a story that not a lot of people are familiar with. And, you know, Hanks and Spielberg, whenever they get together, it's always something memorable, unless you're the terminal, and different. And Bridge of Spies is no exception. Definitely one to check out. It's on Blu-ray now, so if you haven't seen it, you still have a chance to check up on it before the Oscar telecast. Mark Rylance is being heavily tipped as a dark horse contender to steal that Best Supporting Actor Oscar away from Sylvester Stallone. And be in the know when Rylance possibly makes his way to the podium on Oscar night. Have you seen Bridge of Spies? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And visit crookedtable.com for more videos, podcasts, reviews, and other movie-related goodies.